we're doing great, David. We're having so much fun because we know we are making an impact, and you can help us do that. So this is a problem that spans, everywhere, nationwide, but even in our local community. So let me introduce you to the Vice Chair for Changing Homelessness Board of Chairs. Thank you so much for joining me, Brad Russell.
Hi, Jordan. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. So tell us a little bit about your affiliation with Changing Homelessness and the impact that you've seen over the last 6 years since you've been a part of it.
Well, one thing I've learned at Changing Homelessness is just how broad this problem is, how many people it affects.
Right.
Every year, Changing Homelessness does a census of all of the homeless people in Jacksonville. And one thing I learned when doing this is that there are a lot of people who sleep on the ground, outside, on the sidewalk, and who later that day are at work or just walking around on the sidewalk.
And some people might not expect that, right?
I certainly didn't expect it. I met a 20-year-old young man who was a mason or something, some sort of a skilled tradesman, and he had just moved to town and he couldn't afford an apartment. So he was sleeping on the sidewalk for a couple of months until he could get himself an apartment. That's the face of homelessness. There are so many people who are just regular, normal people who might be sleeping on the sidewalk unsheltered at night.
And so you are a resource for folks, but you need those donations to be able to help others, right?
Yes.
So talk about how important that is and what they can do to help today.
Well, grant money only covers so much. Grant money comes with restrictions. That's why we need unrestricted money. We need donations from you, from the community, so that we can be agile, so that we can help people where their needs are, when their needs are. And
talk a little bit about, because you have been a part of this for 6 years, how has it been? Obviously, you want to give back to your community, and that's why you got involved, but from an emotional standpoint and just seeing the help that you guys have been able to provide, talk about that a little bit.
It is a wonderful feeling to be able to help our neighbors, the members of our community, who really just need a hand up so they don't have to sleep on the sidewalk at night.
Yeah, we don't want that for anybody. And we were talking earlier with Don Gilman, the CEO, and even children, right? Like, they shouldn't have to worry about where they're going to sleep at night when school should be the first thing on their mind, right?
That's right. There are families with children who are sleeping on the sidewalks in Jacksonville, Florida, and we'd like to change that. And that's why we need the community to help.
And so how do you go about helping once you get these funds in?
Well, we help match people with the housing they need, with the resources they need, so they can either prevent homelessness in the first place. If somebody just needs a couple $100s to be able to make the rent payment this month so they don't get evicted, well, that's something that Changing Homelessness might be able to help with.
Right, so today you can call to donate, of course, and that's what this whole point is, right? For the telethon, it goes until 6 o'clock tonight. But people can also call for that resource, right, if they need more information?
Yes, that's right. I understand we've had a couple of calls just today on this telethon of people who are looking for help.
Yeah, and phones were ringing. We've gotten like a couple $100 donations. And it's just getting started. I know a lot of people, it started at 6 o'clock this morning, and a lot of people, getting ready for work might not have had time, but you have until 6 o'clock tonight to donate. One call to action for people. What do you say?
Please donate. Call in. We need the help of the community, and no amount is too small. Please make those phones ring.
Yes, Changing Homelessness is changing homelessness. All right, guys, how's it going back there? Look, we got someone on the phone. Yeah. Okay, we probably don't want them to yell, right, because they're trying to take phone calls. But again, number back there, I believe the number might be on your screen. You have until 6 o'clock tonight. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this today and helping our community.
Thank you, Jordan.